All right, Wayne Allen Root with Bill O'Reilly. Hey, Bill, how are you? Hope you had a great weekend.
Everything's calm here, Wayne. A little snow, but, we're handling it.
All right. About 75 degrees and beautiful here in Vegas. Don't get too jealous now.
There you go.
Rand Paul is... Rand Paul's become, surprisingly to me, one of the biggest supporters, maybe the biggest, in the whole U.S. Senate for President Trump. I never would have thought that. But on this one issue, this national security emergency, he's actually crossing Trump, and he's saying he's going to vote against it, which will force Trump to put forth his first veto of his presidency. What do you think Trump should do, and what do you think about this whole mess?
Well, I think, the president has to veto any kind of attempt to block the national emergency if he wants to be reelected. He could take a risk and say, all right, Congress doesn't want to go along with it, but I don't think that's in his nature. Rand Paul's a libertarian. He doesn't want the federal government to have any more power than it has. And if a president can declare a national emergency anytime he wants to get money to do what he wants to, Rand Paul doesn't think that's very good. But as I wrote in my message of the day on BillO'Reilly.com today, Wayne, this is a national emergency. So you can listen to people who say it isn't, but that's just garbage. Millions of people have crossed into this country illegally from Mexico. Millions. Tons of narcotics every week come across the border that kill American citizens. That's not an emergency? So if that isn't an emergency, then that word doesn't really exist. So Trump is right that it is an emergency. He's tired of the Democratic Party playing political games, which they are. So he's going to use his power. I have no problem with that. I think he's right on the issue, and I think he should go ahead and declare the emergency.
All right, good. I'm glad we're on the same team on this one. Judiciary Committee Chairman, Democrat Gerald Nadler, is now requesting 60 documents. 60. He's going to overwhelm the Trump administration. He says that Trump obstructed justice. How do you think this is all playing with the public?
Well, it all has to do with the Mueller report. Once the Mueller report comes out, and if it isn't, a big, all right, President Trump should be prosecuted for a crime, and here's the evidence, then the Democrats find themselves in a very difficult position. Because most Americans go, all right, we've had enough. $30 million in 2 years plus is enough. And you people still won't even accept what your own guy, Mueller, is putting out there. So that puts the Democratic Party in real jeopardy. So if I were president, I'd define it that way and say, we're not going to cooperate. We're not going to cooperate with these hearings. We don't feel that they're fair. We feel it politically motivated. I'm going to say executive privilege. Take it to court. We're not going to give you anything. We'll give you a stick of gum, and we might give you directions to Maryland. We're not going to give you anything else. And that's what I would do.
All right. I remember when Eric Holder didn't cooperate and got declared, what's the word they use? I don't know, obstruction of Congress? I can't remember. Contempt of Congress.
Contempt.
And what happened to him? Nothing.
Nothing. Right.
All right, Democratic field getting more crowded. We've got the Colorado governor, John Hickenlooper. No one's ever heard of him. I never heard of him. He's joined the crowded field. He says it's like a civil war out there. America's so divided. Is there any chance for a Hickenlooper in the Democratic field to jump to the front like Bill Clinton did? And what was it, 1992? Clinton did it.
No. I like Hickenlooper myself. I've spoken with him a number of times on TV. He's smart. I don't like his worldview in the sense that I think it's way too left. But Hickenlooper will listen to you. If you go to Colorado, a state I used to live in, and you look and see what's happened to Denver in particular, and he used to be mayor of Denver before he's governor, I don't think that's a real good endorsement for John. City's gone downhill. Marijuana is not working for them. It's creating unbelievable social problems and problems with children. But Hickenlooper is not a bad guy. And I listen to Hickenlooper when he speaks. Does he have a chance? No, he does not. Either is Jay Inslee of Washington, who's I guess, running on global warming, something, I don't know.
Climate change.
These guys, they can get big, as we discussed, Wayne. They get bigger lecture fees.
Speeches,
they can get books. They get speeches, whatever, and what else do they have to do? So they're in. Is anybody going to write a big check to Hickenlooper and Inslee? I don't think so. But, it's America. Go try if you want.
All right. I think they're all running for who's going to lose by a large margin to Trump. But we'll see. We shall see. I don't think they've got anything except maybe Biden. So what do you think of Biden's chances, by the way, in the Democratic Party? White male, old, 77 years old? What do you think his chances are?
Well, I think if he gets in, he'll get the nomination unless crazy things happen. I don't see anybody beating him. I think the money people in the Democratic Party want him to run because then they can harken back to the Obama years, and the Democratic Party were happy with the Obama years. Biden himself looks like he will run. He's raising money now. He's putting out the letters to his donors, send me some cash. I think Biden, and Trump, it would be an interesting race. It'd be close. So at this point, that's probably the way it's going to shake.
Yeah, I think he's the only one that can give him a run for the money, Biden. So we'll see. All right, I hope they go extreme left. That would be funny, but we'll see what happens, how it all shakes out. Bill O'Reilly, great wisdom as always. King of cable news for 16 years in a row. We're glad and proud to have him with us right here on Newsmax TV. Thanks, Bill.
Okay, Wayne, see you soon.
You just watched Newsmax TV, America's fastest growing news channel, now in 65 million homes. Get Newsmax TV on all the major cable systems or go to NewsmaxTV.com and click on the Find Newsmax tab to locate us. Remember, Newsmax TV, where real news for real people.